I kind of want a stabby, like, I want to go to Fiverr and order a stabby cartoon.
We could do that.
Oh, we could go to Fiverr and get the stabby Slicey, not stabby. Stabby is Stabville. Stabville has like, I don't know, a shish kebab fest. Stabville gets a shish kebab fest and everyone's here. Hey kids. I'm Stabby.
It's your good friend Stabby. Ha! Gotcha!
Hey guys, it's Cake.
And Whimsy.
And it's Litha. It is Summer Solstice. Yay.
Happy Litha.
Yeah, what he said.
Happy Litha to you too,
It's
Jess.
nice to have the sun back. It is the longest day of the year.
We are excited. We had some Litha festivities this evening, going out and looking at bunnies and getting into nature a bit and that kind of
Watching
stuff.
the sunset.
Yeah, it was nice. It's nice to get out there a little bit.
It was a rocky start to the morning.
A little bit. We started the morning with a dentist appointment.
Yeah.
For this.
Not for me, yeah.
Here.
My morning was fine.
I like dentists in the same way that Jess does. I fear them.
But he also has the same dentist I do, so she's great.
She is fantastic. So even if you go to a really great dentist, today was only for a cleaning and a checkup. But I find that to be almost as painful as getting a cavity filled. They're always wrestling around with your teeth and scraping, and you know, even if it's not as painful, it's still just really disconcerting. So there was a lot of anxiety built up. So I did what adults do when they have a ton of anxiety but still have to do something important. I brought my my emotional support Jess with me. And
I distracted him.
She distracted me.
Cat danced. I slapped him a few times to calm him down.
Everything worked out pretty well, actually. There were no new cavities. There was no work that had to be done. They just had to scrape around for a while and find out that I did a decent job with my teeth. So, yay for Dan.
And all of you, go to the dentist. It's scary. Do it anyway.
They had a fun little slide while I was held prisoner. And it had a roll of toilet paper and a roll of floss, and it said, neither one of these rolls should last for 6 months.
I was in the waiting room. I didn't see that.
That was pretty alright. They have a pretty good sense of humor. I asked about who did their slideshows, by the way. Mm-hmm. It's our dentist. She personally curates that slideshow.
All right.
Weird. Tonight we have a very special message.
We do. For the town of Killingley. We spoke about them yesterday.
Right. Yesterday we mocked you a little bit for your name. Tonight we have a very serious message for you. We would like to offer you our assistance, our creativity, our whimsy, if you will. None of our cake. You don't get the cake. So we went to a festival last year that we had a great deal of excitement about, called the Killingley Tomato Festival. And we had perhaps overblown expectations, as one might with a name like the Killingley Tomato Festival. You know, we thought perhaps there would be tomato murder. There was not. But there were about, on the town green, maybe 40 vendors, and one of them, I think,
Okay.
one of them had anything to do with tomatoes.
I would have guessed closer to 10 vendors personally, but
I could be remembering wrong. I tend to be very charitable in my memory of
still
events.
Remembering it as aggrandized.
That is
what you wanted
entirely
it to
possible. There was one booth where you could draw pictures of tomatoes, and let's face it, drawing a picture of a tomato is about the most boring, uninspired thing you could do. Here's a circle. Now color it red, maybe orange,
Put a stem on it.
You've got either a clown nose or a tomato. No one's really going to judge you. And then there was one booth that had tomatoes of a couple varieties that you could try. And then one booth that sold a bunch of vegetables, including tomatoes.
There were other booths that sold vegetables and not tomatoes, though.
Yes, indeed. And the whole time we wandered through going, why is this called a tomato festival? I don't understand.
So we have
suggestions.
We want to help because you're so close and it's so easy for us to get there. Let us help you.
We plead with you. Take our advice, heartfelt advice.
So here are our ideas.
First, there are a few events that should take place if you have a tomato festival. One is an opportunity to throw tomatoes at something.
Or red water balloons to look like tomatoes.
Either way.
Whichever. If you don't want to waste food, we get that.
That is perfectly fine. But it could be at a person. We've seen this at fairs and stuff. Or a town, perhaps a town dignitary even. You know, a great fundraiser would be throwing tomatoes at a town dignitary. Let's face it. But you could also just do it against a backdrop, perhaps, of a town dignitary. I'm really kind of interested in the town dignitary.
Clearly.
But okay.
And then there should be a parade of tomatoes where your best tomatoes come out and get put on display and people are carrying them on fancy fluffy pillows to show everyone, look at this beautiful tomato.
And don't cheap out on the pillows, Killingly. That's an important part of that. They deserve that good place, right?
Plush, velour, velvet, tassels everywhere.
You're fond of like the tomato festival princesses and that kinds of stuff. Maybe you have the tomato festival princesses carrying their tomato offerings down the street or something in the parade. Also, there should be a salute to the ugly tomatoes. I think perhaps a selection of ugly tomatoes that go to auction that go to contest and get chosen for the ugliest tomato out there. The most god-awful one. What do you do with that? You auction it off to the highest bidder, who can then decide who gets to eat it in a grilled cheese sandwich, or, again, which town official might get to eat it in a sandwich of sorts. It gets sliced up right away, grilled up by one of those food vendors over there, and put into a sandwich to be eaten by said dignitary or whoever it is that gets selected.
There should be an eyesight test because tomatoes, lycopene, good for your eyes.
Right. 1 second. Hey, Killingly. I see you nodding off over there. Pay attention. It gets even better, and this is important.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but it will. There's more. We haven't quite made it.
All right, now.
You got to talk about hats first.
Oh, there should be a hat parade. Crazy tomato hats. People should be wearing crazy tomato hats, be encouraged to dress up and wear tomato hats. Perhaps their finest tomato hat. Maybe people have several. Who knows? If it were me, I would have several. And I would have to choose between which one I would wear to the Killingly Fest. So earn the right for me to wear my very best tomato hat to your festival.
So I think our best idea...
Right.
You go that step further beyond tomato hat, you have a tomato mascot.
A mascot?
And...
what would his name be?
Well, we're in Killingly for this, so I think his name has to be Slicey the Tomato.
Slicey the Tomato. You know what?
Hi, kids. I'm Slicey.
Could you wait just a second?
Okay.
Now, Killingly, you might be lacking the imagination to understand how to visualize this. So, we want to help you.
We're helpers.
This is Slicey the Pig. You see the humor there? It's pretty fun. Even better if this was a tomato, right? So just take this and imagine it as a tomato. And that's your mascot right there. Slicey the Tomato.
Now Slicey has fun things that he does during the day too. For example, he'll have a couple of different knife options with him. right? One serrated and one like a chef's knife or something. And then when people come up to him, he can give them the option of, which one of these is better to slice me with? Oh, too bad. That was the people knife. Shank. It's fun for everyone.
It really is. It's a good lesson in culinary technique.
Hug me and I make ketchup.
It's a great line. Now, he has several lines throughout the day that he can say. For instance, if he's trying to be friendly, he can say,
I like gooping you.
So, that's cool. And to end the day, maybe Slicey goes in a dunk tank. And maybe Slicey gets to make, as he's falling, gets to say various things like, I make great sauce! Eat me!
Oh, we had talked about also his eat me catchphrase being like jumping out from behind bushes. Eat me!
And now, also, how great would it be if Slicey the tomato got to hand out little test things of tomato throughout the day?
Or recipe cards.
Right?
This is how to use my corpse.
Now, Killingly,
you're welcome, Murdersburg.
You are welcome. Now, I understand the tomato festival is until September, so you have plenty of time to institute this, but you also have time to come on over here to Brooklyn, and we'd be happy to walk you through all of this again.
Mm-hmm.
Invite us to your next planning meeting. We're happy to help out. We're not far away.
John Oliver, if you happen to be listening for some god-awful reason, this is an opportunity to make an amazing mascot costume.
Right?
I'm just saying. How fun would that be?
And
He could slice pieces off himself.
Killingly, if you wanted to get John Oliver involved to do this, all you'd really have to do would be something horrible, probably.
That's
that
my
would
people
probably get their
knife.
attention. Promote the heck out of Slicey the tomato, get a really bad costume for it, and I'll bet it makes news, and John Oliver will get you a much better one.
My pH is, I'm a tomato. The catchphrases are endless. I feel like I'm on an 80s sitcom of Slicey the tomato now. That's Slicey.
Oh, Slicey. So there's our suggestions, and with that, I think that's probably more than you can handle. Now, these suggestions are meant for Killingly. However, if they fail to adopt them, feel free to jump on the bandwagon any of the rest of the towns in this area and make with your own Slicey the tomato, but just let us know in the comments you're doing it, because we'd like to go to your festival.
Yeah.
If you like these videos, and why wouldn't you, maybe consider subscribing. Push the button right over there and subscribe to the channel, and you'll know every time we put out a video, and you'll be able to like those as well. Oh, maybe you should like the video as well. That'd be kind of neat. What do you think, Cake? She's full of lots of words tonight.
Slicey has the best words.
Also, if you have ideas about what you think would make a great tomato festival, or some catchphrases for Slicey, feel free to put them in the comments. We'd love to hear. I'm sure Killingly would.
Would they?
Murder Town would love
Murdersburg.
information. Murdersburg. Right. Murdersburg.
Near Stabville.
Stabville. Yeah. Yeah.
And remember, if you ever need any good murder-themed mascots, you know where to come, Cake and Whimsy.
Cake and Whimsy for
Mascots,
all your murder-themed
mascots.
We've got a great selection of crazy arm-waving stabby things.
They're not very good.
Terribly unpredictable, but someone's gonna bleed.
We may spend too much time around each other and no one else.
Yeah, kind Yes.
And now
I think now let's frost the cake.